If you feel a little unsteady walking upstairs or on uneven ground, there's a good chance you need to work on your balance. Most of us, including myself, need to work on our balance because balance is a skill, and if you don't use it, you lose it. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to work on our balance so you could feel a little bit more steady and confident on your feet. This is going to be a beginner level practice, so if you're already comfortable standing on one leg, this is not going to be for you. This is going to be for you if you're easing back into movement, if you're just concerned about staying independent as you age, and you really haven't practiced your balance in years, and that's totally okay. So for this practice, you're going to need a support. This could be a wall, a countertop, something sturdy, the back of a high chair, for example. And throughout the practice, you can use it however you need to. So you could have your whole hand on there, you could have just your fingertips, you could hover your hand nearby just in case, or if you're feeling really comfortable, try placing your hands on your hips. I would still recommend standing next to something though, just in case you need it. So when you're ready, meet me in a comfortable standing position. Your feet are going to be wider than hips distance. Remember, the wider your feet are, the easier it is to maintain your balance because your center of support is a little bit bigger. So find a comfortable standing position. Standing up nice and tall, I want you to think first about your core. So the core is really important for stabilization, and we often neglect it and use different parts of our body to compensate instead. So today I really want you to think about your core. Think about drawing your belly button in towards your spine, creating that stabilization force through your core. Another thing to think about today is lengthening through the crown of your head, almost like someone's pulling out of the top of your head so that you can stand up tall, allowing your shoulders to roll, slide down and back, your neck to be long. So with all of that out of the way, let's do our first exercise, and that is just a simple hip shift. So I want you to slowly shift your weight over to your right foot, feeling how that loads your right hip, and then come back through center, over to the left, going only as far as you can while maintaining those 2 checkpoints. So your core is nice and engaged and you're standing up tall. Also throughout the practice today, make sure you're breathing, signaling to the body that it's safe to relax. Taking nice full deep inhales through the nose and exhales out the mouth. Let's do a couple more like this. One more to each side. And then we'll start in the feet. So the feet are so important for balance, for sensing the ground below you, and oftentimes we neglect them. So we're going to start off by drawing some attention to the ankles in particular with some heel lifts. So you have a couple options here. Your first is going to be alternating. So you're going to come up onto the ball of one foot, squeezing that calf to lift your heel. Then you're going to lower back down, come over to the other. Going only as fast as you can really control here. We're not trying to rush. There's no reps that you're trying to get to. We're just trying to feel that nice squeeze of the calf to lift the heel, maintaining an upright posture. And of course, you can have your hands here for some support. As you advance with this one, feel free to take this into a double leg heel lift. So both of your heels are going to come up off the ground. Definitely hold on to some support if this is the first time you're doing this. And you're squeezing and you're lowering back down with control. With this one in particular, you'll notice if you do enough of them, you're going to get a good little burn through your calves. And that's perfectly fine and normal. That's what we want. It means everything's working. Let's do 3 more wherever you are. And last one final squeeze, lower back down. Maybe just take a second, give your legs a little shake out here. Next, we're going to practice a hinging movement. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me. Again, hands can be to some support here, or you can place them on your hips. Feet are about hips distance. You're going to hinge your hips, Keeping a nice flat back, only going as far as you can control before slowly pressing your way up to standing and squeezing your glutes. So this movement can be very, very small here as you're relearning it. This is teaching coordination through your lower body as well as activation of your glute muscles, your butt muscles. We're not trying to move quickly here. We're trying to move with focus, really thinking about the activation of those muscles that are bringing us back up to standing. Notice also how flat my back is staying, and I'm keeping that length through the crown of my head here. Let's do 3 more. You might be getting a little burn in your glutes by this point, and that's good. I've lost count, but I think I'm going to do 1 more. And press your way up to standing. 1 final squeeze and release. Good job. Let's wake up the ankles with some ankle circles. So come to stand next to your support. Definitely hold on to it here. We're not practicing balance yet. We're just waking up through the ankle joints. Shift your weight into your left foot. Your right toes just come up just a little bit off the ground, and we're going to slowly circle through the right ankle. The ankles are critical for balance, and many of us, myself included, have very, very stiff ankles, which can impair the signals that are being sent to your body to help keep you in line and on your feet. So going nice and slow in one direction, and then after you've gone a few in one direction, go ahead and switch and go the other way. Maybe noticing how one direction feels a little bit stickier than the other. That's very normal. One more breath on this side. And exhale, right foot comes back down to the ground. Give your legs a little shake. We'll do that on the other side. Shifting your weight into your right foot. Left toes just hover right off the ground. Slowly start to circle the left ankle. Going a few in one direction and then switching and going the other way. While you're here, make sure you're standing upright. I just caught myself kind of hunched forward. So try to stay with your nice flat back, good posture, core is engaged, belly button coming towards the spine. And 1 more breath in, good job. Slowly release your left foot back down to the ground. We've woken up the ankles, now let's wake up the hips. Place your hand on your support, shift your weight into your left foot, and you're gonna bring your right toe just so it's lightly touching the ground, and then slowly bring it out in front of you, straightening your right leg. From here, imagine you're drawing a big semicircle with your right toe, opening out wide to the side, then slowly bringing your toe out back behind you. When your toe is behind you, really think about squeezing your right butt muscle, and then slowly bringing your toe forward and around. Notice how still my upper body is staying. My hips are staying as level as I can. Trying to maintain that good posture, keeping the movement purely within your hips. Let's do 1 more on this side. Nice and slow. And coming back to center, returning to your starting position, giving your legs a little shake, and we'll do that on the other side. So this time, shifting your weight into your right foot, left toes hover, and then left big toe comes out in front of you. Standing up tall through the crown of the head as you draw those big semicircles with your left toe. As you get better with this movement, you can lift your toe up off the ground just an inch or 2, and then you're going to really start to challenge your strength and endurance of that left leg as well. Let's do one more. And all the way forward, returning to the starting position. Good job. If you've made it this far, then you are doing a great job, and I want you to give yourself a little pat on the back. We are now going to actually work on balance, starting off with a tandem stance. So this is a great option if you're not quite ready to progress into a one-legged balance. So you're going to bring your right foot behind your left foot. And again, hands can be to some support here. If you're feeling a little uneven, a little wobbly, no worries. It's all part of the practice. The other option with tandem stance is to widen your feet ever so slightly. So not like you're on a balance beam, but more like you're in just a little bit of a staggered wide step. So find something that you can feel comfortable in while maintaining that nice length through the crown of your head. Your hands can be wherever you need them to be. We're going to take some deep breaths here, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And one more breath in. And release. Great job. We'll repeat that on the other side. Make sure whenever you're doing single leg stuff like this, you're doing it on both sides. So right foot is going to come forward this time, left foot behind. Standing up as tall as you can. Maybe notice here if the side is a little bit more wobbly. Your legs are working a little bit differently when they're in front versus in back. Finding a point, a stationary point to look at. Taking some deep breaths. One more breath in. And as you exhale, step your feet forward. You've made it to the fun part. Let's do something a little bit more functional with some step overs. Again, hands can be to some support to start off with here. And I just want you to imagine that you're stepping over something on the ground. Something small, maybe like a TV remote. You could even put a TV remote on the ground if you want to practice. So this is really challenging your lower body coordination, your lower body strength, your hip mobility. It's also a functional thing that you might have to do on a daily basis. And there's so much room here for progression. So as you get more comfortable, imagine you're stepping over something a little bit larger, maybe like your dog. You can also place your hands on your hips here. And now we're starting to challenge the dynamic balance as well. So continuing wherever you are here today, going nice and slow. Thinking about length through the crown of your head, staying up as upright as you can. Let's do 3 more. And last one. Press yourself up to standing. Good job. We have now reached the part you have been waiting for, which is single leg balance. Please, please, hand on some support if this is the first time you're doing this in a while. We're going to start by shifting the weight into the left leg. Before you even pick your right foot up off the ground, check in. How's your core? Bring your navel towards your spine to make that stabilization effect happen, activating all those little core muscles. How's your posture? Standing up nice and tall, crown of the head reaches up. Now you're ready to slowly bring the right toes up off the ground. Can only be 1 inch. That's completely fine. That still counts. Over time, you can get a little bit more confident and you'll be able to lift your leg up a little bit higher. This is going to start to challenge some of the muscles in the front of your leg, in particular, your hip flexors. Wherever you are, keeping that nice level pelvis, your hips are facing forward, you're not falling over to the side. Taking some full deep breaths in and out. And last breath in. Slowly lower your right foot down. You did it. Good job. No matter where you were for that, you still tried. Let's do that on the other side. Finding your comfortable standing position. This time your weight is in your right foot. Gentle bend in the right knee. Thinking about standing up nice and tall. When you're ready, slowly lift the left toes up off the ground as far as you can today. And continue to breathe. And one more breath in. Slowly lower your left foot down to the ground, and we are done. Thank you so much for practicing your balance with me today. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure you give it a like and subscribe. Also, I highly recommend you come back to this routine or another balance routine at least once or twice a week so you can really start to see the benefits. Thank you again for moving your body with me today, and I will see you again soon. Bye.